And start to lift, please, your left foot and your right hand forwards. And take them back again. So you're taking them forwards and you're taking them back. Together, your left foot and your right hand. How do you organize that? Taking your left hand's not in this, so your left hand is not on the floor. You can put it behind your back. Soften your knees, lengthen your neck, and lengthen your spine. Do you lift your hand first and then your foot? Try them both together. Gently. What happens to your pelvis when you do this? And you're breathing quietly, softly. And stand up, please. Feel you standing here. Feel the weight through your left foot and your right foot. Take your right hand to the floor. Bless you. Take your right hand to the floor again. Remember to lengthen your neck. Soften your knees. Find a comfortable place for that right hand. Left hand's not in it. Gently now lift together your right hand and your right foot. Right hand and right foot. Yeah, forwards and back, sorry. Forwards and back. And feel the organization around your spine and feel what you do with your pelvis. And what do you do with your head? Keep your neck long, keep your neck long. Gently. Soften your jaw, soften your jaw. Breathing. Gently. Now go back to doing the diagonal, which is your right hand and your left foot. Or do you want a little stand, resting in standing? And just do the diagonal again. And just feel the different organization through your spine, with your pelvis. And then do that a couple of times with the same side. Right foot, right hand. Gently. And just clarify for yourself what's happening through your spine, what's happening with your pelvis. Breathing. And stand, please. And feel the weight through your feet, and the length of your spine, and the length of the back of your neck. And put your right hand on the floor again. And start walking forwards. and backwards. Now, as you're walking, do you walk? Do you lift your hand and your foot together? Do you lift in a diagonal with the diagonal or with the same side? Or do you alternate? Breathing, loose jaw, breathing. And start turning around yourself. And what do you do when you turn around yourself? Is your hand flat? Yeah, we're walking. Except now you're lying on your back. And so rest. And just sense, is there an asymmetry? Do you feel that one side's in more contact with the floor than the other, one leg feels longer, or anything that catches your attention? Thinking of your right side, sensing your right side, and sensing your left side. And thinking of yesterday, just quietly roll your head just once one way and once the other. And feel, is that similar to when you left here last night, or is it different as a result of what we've just done or anything else that's happened? But just once, each way. And rest. Please roll to your side and sit and stand. Have your feet comfortably apart and start taking your left hand towards the floor. Try to lengthen your neck at the back and to find a place where your hand is comfortable on the floor. Can you make contact with your entire palm of your left hand? Or are you just pushing on one side of your hand? So just really try to organize yourself around placing your left palm on the floor. And where do you think is a good spot for it? And just explore the possibility of changing where your hand is on the floor. And when you've found a comfortable place for your hand, start lifting your right leg and your left hand together. And just sense, how's this? So it's your right, sorry, your left, did I say left hand and right foot? Oh, miracle. Okay, great. That's what we want. That's what we want. Left hand and right foot. Gently. Now, for those who really are challenged by the floor, by the position on the floor, you could get a couple of head mats, you could find a table for the moment if you feel, but you know, in a way it's quite good to find that length through your spine as well. So up to you, up to you. Okay, and stand and rest for a moment in standing. Take your left hand down again towards the floor, finding the contact of your left hand on the floor, softening your knees, lengthening your neck, and then lifting your left foot and your left hand together. Same side, left hand and left foot. Breathing. And stand again, please. Please take your left hand to the floor again and start moving backwards. And then forwards if you feel you're getting into obstacles. Which foot do you lift your hand with? So try a different strategy. Some of you are lifting your hand every time you lift a foot. That's one strategy. Try another strategy. There are at least two other strategies that I can think of just right now, but I'm sure you're probably clever enough to think of even more. So if you change your strategy to lift your hand with one foot only, which foot do you choose? Keep your neck long and stand for a moment. As you're standing here, can you feel your breathing? The weight through your right foot and your left foot. And the length of your neck. And again, take your left hand towards the floor. And just walk around yourself a little bit, backwards a little bit, forwards a little bit, and just sense how you choose to do it without me giving you any constraints. But please remember to keep your neck long. Really drop your head. Really drop your head. Can you go faster? Slower? What's happening in your pelvis? What's happening in your spine? What is your choice? Loosen your jaw, long neck as you go faster. And lie on your back and take a rest. Sense the way your right side lies on the floor and your left side. Can you feel some movement of your breath on either side of your spine, between your shoulder blades, up towards your neck, down towards your pelvis? Please roll to your side and sit and stand. Please take both hands towards the floor. And just feel how that's coming along since you first tried it this morning. Soften your knees, let your head drop. Leave your hands on the floor and start walking forwards. And how do you do this? Go backwards. And are you lifting the foot on the same side as you lift your hand, which is called ipsilateral? Or are you moving in the diagonal? Breathing. Feel the contact of your hands on the floor. And what happens in the movement of your pelvis? So if you're lifting the same side, what happens to your pelvis? How does it move around your spine? Take a rest when you need to. If you're moving the opposites, the homolateral, what's happening to the movement around your spine and what is happening in your pelvis? The back of your pelvis, which is towards the ceiling. What is happening? Feel the movement through your spine. And lie on your back and have a rest. The floor knows what's changed for you. It acts as a template. And just once more, roll to your side and up onto your 4 points. And this time, as you go backwards, forwards, and around yourself, just sense the movement through your spine and sense the movement of your pelvis with the different strategies. So you're going around yourself, you're going backwards, you're going forwards. Just sense what's happening for you. Feel the contact of your hands on the floor. Go slowly. And if you feel you know what's going on through your spine and your pelvis, then go a bit faster. But don't look where you're going. Look. So what's happening through your spine? Beautiful. Lie on your back and take a rest. I did say the last time, which is rather misleading, of course, but it's the last time for that position for a moment or two, or no. So, and again, the floor can tell you what's happening for you. Where you're touching the floor, where you're raised from the floor, and the length of you, as well as your breathing. Again, thinking of yesterday, just roll your head once in one direction and once in the other, and just feeling the connection through your spine, the quality, and how far through your spine can you feel that connection? And rest. Please roll to your side and sit, and onto your hands and knees. Find a place for your hands that feels comfortable. And just sense for a moment the weight through your hands and the weight through your knees. And how's that coming along since last we met, last week? And very gently now, take your right leg around behind your left leg and land it to the left of your left leg. So you're taking your right leg around and it lands to the left of your left leg. Taking it around. So just do that a few times. And as you do that, feel again what's happening in your spine. And what are you doing in with your head? What do you do through your ribs? Which side of your ribs is opening? Which side is closing? And leave that right leg there, round on the left side of your left leg. And start moving your pelvis right and left. And as you move your pelvis right and left, what do you do with your head? Now, some of you are doing quite a large movement with your pelvis. Try a smaller movement. Just to sense what's happening through your spine and what's happening with your head. Once you can feel the movement through your spine and the connection of the movement of your pelvis with your head, you can go a little bit larger if that's what you like to do. But really, as you know, it is important to feel right through yourself, particularly the connection with your pelvis to your head. Gently. And stop in the middle. And now start moving your pelvis forwards and backwards. And as you continue to move your pelvis forwards and backwards, sense which knee most of your weight is on. Does it change as you move forwards and backwards, or does your weight remain on the same knee? Feel that your jaw is soft, your tongue is soft in your mouth, your eyes are soft. And slowly now, start joining those 4 points, forwards and back, side to side. So you start, and of course you circle your pelvis gently. And as you continue to circle your pelvis, feel the reverberation of movement through your spine to your head. And change the direction of the circle. Does your coccyx circle? Does the top of your head circle? And lie on your back and take a rest. Has this arrangement with your legs made a change to the way you're lying on the floor? Please roll to your side and up onto your hands and knees again. Put your right knee to the outside of your left leg, your right leg to the outside of your left leg, same way. And just start the circling again of your pelvis, whichever way you like. Yeah. And just feel your left hip joint. Your right hip joint. And the circling in your coccyx. What happens to the transmission of force through your spine to your head? Don't move your head deliberately, but just find how does it like to cooperate to make things easier for you. And go a bit faster. Can you put this to the left, out here? This one, out here. Right. You've swapped legs. Did you swap legs? Yeah, sorry. Okay, lie on your back and take a rest. Please roll to your side and up onto your knees and your hands. This time, please, put your left leg to the outside of your right leg. And in this position, can you imagine circling your pelvis? Imagine circling your pelvis. So really find that sense from inside, kinesthetic sense, and find a way as you imagine circling your pelvis, the connection through the rest of you. How clear is the weight through your right knee, into your right hip? And change direction of your imagining circling your pelvis. And take your right leg away from your left leg and just stand on your knees and your hands. Have a little rest in this position. And up onto your hands again. Take your left leg to the right of your right leg. Put your left knee on the floor to the right of your right leg. And start circling your pelvis. And sense the multiple planes of movement that your back of your pelvis is traveling. And feel the relationship of that to your spine, to your vertical axis of your spine. And feel that you can go a little faster. And then slow down and change direction. And go a little faster. And be clear that you're driving this from your pelvis. And lie on your back and have a rest. And as you're resting, just think of walking for a moment. Just the sense of what you do with your pelvis as you walk. And reflect on what you've learnt from this lesson. Please roll to your side and up onto your hands and knees. And please take your right leg to the left of your left leg. And from here, organize yourself to move backwards. So you need to slide your legs around. To slide. So you're going to slide your left leg around and take it around your right leg. So it's not just walking on your knees. It's sliding your legs around and then take it right. That's right. So you work out, and then you, of course, from behind, you take it to the outside, and then you slide the other leg around, and you're moving backwards. And as you continue to move backwards, which hand are you moving with which leg? And once you get to where you feel you've been far enough backwards, try going forwards. How do you organize yourself to go forwards? Which hand do you move? Now, as you slide that leg around to move forwards or backwards, whatever you're doing, how can you organize yourself to keep your knee on the floor? Yeah, you're moving forwards or back. What do you need to do to keep that knee on the floor, the moving knee? And what does that change? And feel your breathing. Feel the softness in your neck. And there's a new idea about friction here. How can you just slide so that that knee, the moving knee, is staying close to the floor in an easy way? Can you sense your entire self? From your feet, so you actually move it right around, so that you see, go right around to the outside. Now leave it there. Now the other leg, this leg. Move it right around. Keep it going. There, right around to the outside. Yep. Okay, lie on your back and have a rest. Can you reflect on that movement of your legs? Imagine the movement of your legs. Feel your breathing. Please roll to your side and up onto your hands and knees. And this time, as you're moving one leg around the other and then the other leg around to move either forwards or backwards, just spend a moment to feel what is your head doing in relation to the movement of your legs, in the relation to the movement of your pelvis. How do the movement of your eyes and your head maybe facilitate this? Is it helpful to move your head? Is it helpful to move your eyes? Find a way also to reflect on which hand moves with which leg. How does the movement of your pelvis connect with the movement of your head? Is it helpful to grit your teeth? And lie on your back and have a rest. Slowly now, roll to your side and sit and stand and feel how that is. And go for a walk. And you can go a bit faster, you can walk backwards, you can go a bit slower, you can turn around yourself, and just sense how's that turning. You can turn backwards, you can turn frontwards, and just find in you turning that vertical axis, which is your spine. As you all know, a very human thing to be able to do. And you can go very fast or slow. Okay, time for a break.